as I've been getting older, I discovered some advantages to aging. I used to have to drink 5 beers to get the same buzz I get now from just standing up quick. Yeah, I'm 59. You know, with age, you fall down quick too. Sometimes. I went down last summer. I went down real hard, but I was standing on loose gravel when I heard the ice cream truck. I've been to Rochester before. Been to Minnesota. Here's the thing: you people drink, yeah, but you're good at it. You're not amateurs. You know what you're doing. You got it down. And here's my theory: the reason you're so good at going out at night and drinking is because when you're home during the day, you practice. Usually people clap at that, but most of you have a drink in one hand. So. We're not allowed to smoke cigarettes at my sister's house. You know, that's pretty common today. And so I'm out on the back porch at my sister's house, smoking a cigarette. My little niece came up. This was 3 years ago, and you'll see why I know it was 3 years. My niece came up, 7-year-old Allison, and she said, "Uncle Mick, I want to make a deal with you. If you quit smoking cigarettes, I'll quit telling lies." And you know, it touched me, and I've been trying to quit. I have not had another cigarette since. 3 years without a cigarette. So well, that's what I tell her. Used to work for an airline company as a baggage handler. Loading the luggage onto the plane was my job. I was fired because they said I was upsetting the passengers while I was boarding the plane. But it was hard to ignore. It was a chance to have fun. Years ago, 3.5 decades ago, maybe even more. You know, today jetways, you board on a jetway. It used to be like that. We would walk around, down onto the tarmac and around the tip of the wing and up the jet stairs. So when the passengers were around the tip of the wing, I would go up to the engine, hanging down from the wing with the broomstick, and just tap it a few times. Put a confused look on my face, just go, and then yell up at the cockpit, "Okay, try it now!" I'm constantly on airplanes, and I've been noticing something more and more often. Female pilots. And ladies, I'm not complaining. I feel as confident in a woman's ability to fly the plane. Okay? But here's where I have a problem. Here's where I draw the line in the sand. In today's age of politically correctness, if a lady flies the plane, I don't think we should refer to the part of the plane she sits in as the cockpit. I think with a woman up there, I'd like to refer to as the box office. Mothers believe their boys are good boys and the other kids are corrupt. Yes, moms? More so than fathers, mothers. If you don't believe it, you want to. You want to believe your boys are the good boys, and you are so quick to blame their friends. In high school, my mom thought all my friends were taking drugs. And they were. I was selling them to them. I'm not saying mothers love their boys more than their girls, but you cut us some slack when it came to discipline because dads were such overachievers in that arena. You know? Moms, you wouldn't hit that. You would say things like, "Do you want your face slapped?" Once I said, "Do you?" And I got away with it. That doesn't work with Dad. You know, sass back to Dad when he's like, when Dad will say like, "Just who do you think you're talking to?" I found out Little Bo Peep is not the right answer. But mothers, I'm going to rattle off what I'll call momisms. You'll recognize every one of them. You all are not guilty, but this is just what you would say, and then the what I came back with. What did I just tell you? I don't know. Weren't you listening either? Running in the house and leaving the door open. The door wide open. Were you born in a barn? I was hurt. I said, "Weren't you there?" This one you were pretty upset. This one I think, yeah, you were almost ready to strike when you said this one. Listen, mister, I brought you into this world, yeah, and I can take you out. I said, well, as long as I don't have to go the same way I came. You know, it's a lost art form. It's called discipline. It doesn't exist anymore, does it, parents? And especially grandparents. We're pissed about it, aren't we? We can't hit them. They can call the cops. Who knows that? If I even looked at the phone, my dad was going for the belt. If I even looked at the phone, that would throw him off. You know? You go, you want to call someone now? And if I had the brass to say, yeah, Dad, I'm going to call the cops and tell them you're going to spank me. I know my dad. He would allow it. He'd go, hold on, though. Hold on. We'll let you do it, but hold on. Hey, everybody in the house, come on downstairs because we're all going to watch Mick dial the phone with it up his ass. Today, the application of discipline today, timeout. Oh, that's so rugged, isn't it? You know, it would be if we resorted back to the original timeout, because we had timeout in my day and it worked, but it was different. It was different. Yeah, back then, timeout was the actual time that you were out. And it worked. It worked. How do you wipe a smirk off your child's face with time out? Because the smirk's not a voluntary facial expression. Something triggered it. And it's something that you should not be laughing for. But you are to the point where you cannot stop. I don't care what authority figure, parent, coach, teacher, pointing you down and saying, get the smirk off. Yeah, or I'm going to wipe it off for you. You can't. Usually somebody's standing behind you going. But you can't. No choice. Holiday meal, I may be 8 or 9 years old. You know, Christmas dinner. The whole family's around the table. Things were going pretty well. Something got spilled and started going towards Grandma. And she leaned back real quickly. Did not want this stuff on her. And she lost her balance, fell, and she landed on the sofa. She did not get hurt, but in that moment of uncertainty, she let one go. And yeah, winter in Milwaukee, Grandma wears a lot of undergarments. It took a while to work its way out. It came out like in different stages. At one point, it sounded like somebody pulled a boot out of the mud. But that did not put the smirk on my face. The smirk came a moment after when Grandpa sitting next to her looked me in the eye and said, I can name that tune. So now I have a big smirk. My dad's pointing me down, trying not to laugh himself, and he says, get the smirk off, or I'm going to wipe it off for you. 8, 9 years old, I actually said, okay, but I think you should wipe Grandma first. Like a lot. I do a lot of voices, so what I'm going to do in wrapping things up here is wherever you want me to. You shout somebody out and I'll give it a go. Wherever you want me to. Ooh, okay, here we go. Here we go. For my first impression, I will do John Travolta.